had the whole. I'm gonna put on some tunes in the background. The whole DMCA thing that was going on. So basically, and this actually happened yesterday. Yesterday, what day is it? What year? Um, Fortnite had a big release. I don't think it is because I did a speed test this morning or this afternoon when both kids were here, and it was like way better. So I think it was just a Comcast thing yesterday. Um, so Twitch has been having some DMCA stuff, which is basically like the Recording Industry of America, RIAA, has found out about Twitch, and what that means for people is that oh, that's not it. Oh, there it is. The streaming master list. Oh, that's loud. All right, let me know if that music's too loud. So basically, what that means is that, like, even in video games, if anybody has, if there's music that is copyrighted and they don't have the rights to air it on their stream, they can get a DMCA takedown notice, basically, which means that, it's like a cease and desist. These are all legal terms that you wouldn't understand unless you're a lawyer. But basically, Twitch has like a 3 strikes and you're out policy with that stuff for anybody, even like partners, even like your Dr. Disrespects and your Professor Lupos. All your various doctors, Dr. Lupos. Way too loud. Okay. I don't know how to do it. This is on the lowest possible setting. Fuck it. We won't do the music. I can't even hear it now. So basically, everyone's like freaking out. I actually wasn't freaking out, but I just, because I do what all the other streamers do, I just basically like deleted all my clips in my old VODs, just in case. Because they were pulling stuff out from like years ago from people, like clips that didn't even know they had, because viewers would clip them and it goes automatically to your channel, right? It gets put kind of in your channel's library when somebody makes a clip. So people were just like, screw it, just delete everything in your library. You can download it all, but download them all, delete them all, and then just start from scratch with the knowledge that you mustn't use anything that you don't have the rights for. And so people have been trying to like not find a way around the system, but is that music any better? It seems like it's too low. Just kind of like hope for the best. Like apparently, so Fortnite had a huge like season beginning event yesterday, and it apparently had a piece of music in it, in like the trailer, that was Epic came out and said like, sorry everyone that streamed it, you might get a takedown notice because of that. Okay, because I can kind of hear it. So Spotify for some reason was just like, seriously, it's like a notch above silent on Spotify, on my Spotify slider, and it's just so freaking loud when it comes through on the stream. I don't know how to make it more quiet, make it more quieter. Feels like it bumped down the desktop audio a little bit, but whatever. Whatever. We're not gonna play that game. So yeah, so basically going back to the Blue Danube, I have been kind of scouring free and free use, whatever you want to call it, DMCA free music, and there are some like places around. I've bought some music from some folks, actually some folks in the Destiny community and so forth, streaming community, people who like don't charge nearly enough for the quality of music they make, which makes me feel kind of bad, but fair use, that's what it is. YouTube also has a library of music and sound effects that you don't need to use attribution for, and I was lucky enough to find a version of of that on there, of the Blue Danube, which is my go-to stream opening song. So it's very fitting. It's very fitting for this channel, and it's been here for a long time. So I guess we'll see what happens if like that version gets, because there's so many different versions of that song, because like every symphony orchestra in the whole world has played that song at one point or another. So there's just, there's hundreds of versions probably out there, and it all kind of sounds kind of the same. So I don't know if how they would determine like the one that I'm using is. I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out if I start every stream with like a 7-minute long. I say just send her. What's up, Gerda? Absolutely. Come and get me, Twitch. Come and get me, Recording Industry of America. They're gonna come, like they're gonna. Oh, wait, hold on. Somebody's at my door. Just kidding. Hey, it's the Maelstrom. What's going on? Cowards, yeah. Come get me. I got a dog now, like you guys can see it. No dog. He's tired. I do not represent. No, Loki is our community lawyer, but he is not our community lawyer. If that makes any sense. Stream doggy. I know. I do have a second camera. He does like to sleep on that couch. So, but we are in the process of actually like rearranging our house in very major ways. So this stream setup that you see before you here. It might not be too long for this. We got a couple months left at least, but yeah. Ryzen 7, yeah. So that was a Black Friday buy for me. I'm finally doing what I've always wanted to do, and I'm gonna take you guys on a little tour of my streaming room here. Hang on a second. Hydrate. You got it. Thank you. I'm gonna need another one that says like pee break. So I got this thing. This is a Thermaltake. It's a modular case. It's pretty cool. I got this like a couple years ago, I want to say. Yeah, it's like my. The instruction manuals are still inside, and all the wires and stuff. So basically I have two of these things, and one of them I'm currently using, and I'm reading chat from that machine. I was going to do like a 2 PC setup in here, and I loved that like they were both the same size, like they fit on this little table I got like perfectly. You can even stack them, so you can make like a little like tower with two PCs like on top of each other. They attach to each other. Pretty cool. Nice little case. You can put them in any direction. This window is all modular. So this panel with the window comes off. You can put it on the top or on the side or on the bottom or wherever the hell. It's cool. It's completely like customizable. However, so I was like, oh, when I get those cases, like I'll be able to like build my new PC and move my old PC over to this new case. It's gonna be great. It's gonna look so sweet. Problem was that the motherboard size was different. So that means I needed to get a new motherboard, which means I would need a new processor, which means you need and so on and so on and so on. And that just kind of like, I think I tried to kind of put something together at one point, and it just wasn't working out. It just wasn't working out. My shelf is 11 feet tall. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I gotta kind of stretch for it though. The way I put that thing up there is exactly how I dunk a basketball. Just That is why I sit here before you tonight, and I'm not like, I don't know what the NBA is doing in the off season right now, but wife's not even debating a new computer. Okay, yeah. So these things I do. So anyway, the day is coming. So like Black Friday, I got this processor. I got a new motherboard coming tomorrow, and it's gonna happen. It's finally gonna happen. I'm gonna make all my dreams come true. And building a new computer is fun too. Like, especially to get deals. You go like if you're into it to kind of take your time and get like. You can kind of make a fun little game out of it if you don't need one like right away, I guess. Like that's how I like to do my builds, is I kind of like track prices and make sure I'm getting like a smoking deal, and then I try to like get the price point down as low as possible for like a pretty decent machine. And then I built both of these computers, and the one I'm using right now for my like for everything basically is probably like 4 years old now. 4 or 5 years old, maybe even 5 years old. I've upgraded it a couple times. I upgraded the processor once. I upgraded the graphics card once. I added storage. I upgraded the RAM. So it's kind of it's had a nice ride. But it's like big and chunky, and it doesn't really fit on the, let me see if I can show you guys. So here's the table, right? Here's the table that's my paper shredder. That's where I put all my documents. When I document the music that I'm stealing from the recording industry of America, I get these cease and desist letters from my lawyer, Loki Sooner, and then I put them in this paper shredder because I don't really care. And so this is my little like table thing that I got from IKEA, and there's my mixer. And see, this little like cube is the other cube, and it fits like perfectly on top of here. Don't pay no attention to these wires. And then this is my other machine. This is like my monolithic master machine, but it like hangs off the edge a little bit. Well, there, because it's super dark. It just doesn't like look right, you know. It's just, you want like 2 cubes that fit perfectly on here. And that's that, and I don't have that, and I want that, and so I try to make it happen. So we're on the way. On the way to make it. I don't know how we got onto that conversation, but this time of year, if you are into building PCs, this is the time of year for you to. I don't want my monitor on the screen there. The time of year that you want to be being a bargain hunter, looking for prices and getting the best deals. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a fun little winter project for me. Piecemealing things. Just in time for us to like move this whole show into another room. But at least everything will be kind of like similar size. It'll look good. It'll be nice and new, and everything will work perfectly, and we'll have no problems at all. Yeah. It's all cantilevered. Yeah. Yeah, so yes, we're gonna say goodbye to this place where I started my streaming journey. We're gonna move it to a different part of the house. This room that I'm in right now will become a child's room, and I will be getting an actual office. So we're in the process of doing that right now because we're bored. Like, got nothing else to do, right? And we're just kind of like, well, let's remodel our whole house. Good idea. I'm sure it'll be fine. Again, we'll be fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine and everything's fine. We're doing great. Everyone's happy and there's no stress whatsoever, right, everyone? Well, good night. It is exciting. It's actually pretty fun. It's a fun process. It's super scary. Like, I know I come across as this guy that that has it all together and knows all the answers and is your friendly neighborhood Twitch dad, but it's not the case. Um, like many of you, I have no idea what I'm doing in this life, and this is no different. So we have to do like the loan thing. We've got to do like we're working with like a designer who's like helping us like with these new layouts in the house and like what's gonna go where and all this other stuff. And yeah, it's just all very. It's all very confusing. Let's try that. That's making me less nervous. Just at me next. Well, Gerda, so you do like engineer. You do like, it's electrical engineering? I may have some questions for you. I know you do. You have to do. You do like the more like nuts and bolts, like construction stuff, right? Like, I feel like I've heard you talking about like I have zero. You don't know what you're doing. Oh, gotcha. Because I do want to like it's all commercial design. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I do want to potentially. It all depends on cost, right? You know, run some fancy cabling and stuff like that around the house. We have it in certain areas, and I want to kind of like move it, especially in the office. I want to kind of recombobulate like how the internet runs through this house. So we'll see what we can work out. But yeah. So that's fun. That's a big thing that we've been working on. We decided to get, you know, just decided in the last like 3 months we're just like let's get huge tattoos and a puppy and remodel our house. You know, because life's too boring. But we're not panicked. No, it's all fine. Everything's fine, and it's all fine, like we say. Our mantra in this house. No, it's actually fun. Yeah, so I have a confession to make too, and I kind of talked about this in the stream yesterday. That was Sender. I have a confession to make that I've been playing some Fortnite, guys. I know this has not been a Fortnite friendly channel for many moons, and it still probably won't be as far as like playing the actual game. However, we've been trying to. We got the kids a Switch like a couple months ago, for my son's birthday in August, and we've been trying to like find games and stuff that they can play with their friends. We gotta so we're gonna play some. Okay, Gerda, I have a couple of things I want. Don't go anywhere for just a minute because I want to talk to you directly for a second here. This is also how I keep viewers around, as I tell them to not go anywhere. This is a pro tip. 5 head. So we started trying to find games for the Switch that like they can play online with their friends or their cousins or whoever, and just kind of do something social with their buddies since they can't like go to the park or go out to school or whatever right now. So I was like doing some research, and I was like, okay, every list that I'm reading says Fortnite, and I'm like, okay, I've played it a couple times, and I'm like, whatever. I'm like, it's free, we'll download it, I'll get them set up with accounts, and we'll just like see if they like it. And my 5-year-old is like, he's a monster. He's a monster. He's never played. So we've only ever played like Mario Odyssey, Zelda, like a couple of like 3D type games. Dark Souls is social time for. Hey kids, let's play some nice calming Dark Souls right before bed. Well, nighty night. Always super helpful, Loki. Thank you. So like I was like, okay, we'll get him set up, and he was like, I don't know how to do this. And I was like, all right, well, I'll jump in. We'll play duos, and because I'm playing on the PS4 in here, and he's out in the living room on the Switch, and so we're just like shouting across the house at each other. We're playing like, where are we dropping, boys? You know, like There's two on me, pick me up, you know, like it's so funny. And he is like, the kid is like super high energy, and so he's literally like, sometimes he'll run in here like with the controller. He's like, what did you say? Like, I'll be like, go over there, we're gonna go over there, there's two people in this house, we gotta go get them, you know. And then he'll run in here and be like, what did you say? I'll be like, go in the other room, you're just standing there. Oh, it's so funny, guys. I like have not had this much fun playing video games of any kind in a very long time. Than playing Fortnite with my 5-year-old. It's so fun. I'm absolutely loving it, and he is loving it too. It's like, Sister Frida's not under your bed. Actually, maybe let me check. I'm really bad at getting that one, so I'll have to, you know, I probably just skipped it and went to the next one. So Gerda, I kind of coming back to you for a second specifically. We were watching your stream when I was chatting with you during the charity stream you did. Awesome job on that, by the way, man. That was I know those first charity streams are a little bit nerve-wracking, especially when you don't have like the big, you know, organization behind you to like keep the hype train going and tell you what you need to say and all that stuff. So you killed it, man. You really did. I think you've got a real way of talking to people and connecting with them and explaining, like, you know, those sorts of things. Like, I don't know, it was just good. It was good. It didn't seem like a first charity stream. So anyway, I knew it was gonna be Zelda. I saw your tweet about it, and so I was like, oh, we're gonna watch. And I've been telling so my oldest son wants to be an engineer. It's one of the many things. What's up, Boris? One of the many things he says he wants to be when he grows up. And I was just like, oh, my friend Gerda, like, you know, he can't use his hands very well, so like he built like a controller so he can like play video games, you know. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. I was like, he plays Zelda just like you do, but he built his own controller so that like he can play it just like, you know, anybody else. And he was like, I gotta see that. And so like we were watching your stream, you know, during the charity stream, watching you play Zelda, and they were just like freaking out. They were just like, oh my god, and they were just like, I'm gonna play Zelda like Gerda. Like, it was so funny, man. They were just like, you're totally like stream moment, you know, like stream god moment, because they're all just like, I want to, you know, they're just like, my son will be playing. They watch this guy called, I don't know if you guys know who Mr. A Game is. So they've been watching this guy, Mr. A Game, on YouTube, and he just does like Zelda and Nintendo like videos. They're just like funny, like shticky videos and stuff, but so like he's like Mr. A Game, Stream God 75. It's like, no, you may not do a tier 3 sub to Gerda. We don't have that kind of money. We're remodeling the house. But it's like that level of like, you know. And when I was chatting with you, they were just like, they saw my name like pop up on the screen, and they were just like, that's your screen name, you know. It's just so funny to see that kind of like connection. So yeah, so like my oldest plays Zelda, like he'll just be like, my name is so and so, and welcome to another Zelda video. You know, they just like narrate it. It's pretty funny, but it's fun to see them like kind of get into it and do that same thing that we do. Really, when it's like we're watching Dado or Fallout or like one of these Destiny guys. For me, I don't really have a go-to for any other game other than like a certain couple other than Destiny, but it was cool, man. Maybe we can play a squad match with my son one of these days. He would love it. Like, it doesn't have to be on stream, but we can just jump in and play Fortnite, a couple of rounds of Fortnite. Yeah, because it's like, seriously, like we played probably for like, we've been playing for I think like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks. And after a few days, there was a moment where like I got knocked and I'm like crawling around, you know, and and the two guys from their team are just like on top of me. I'm like, let them kill me and they'll go away and you can get my card or whatever. And he just like YOLOs in there and he's just like brap, he takes him down. He's like, don't worry, Dad, I got you. Just like, you're 5, man. It's happening. It's like, we always joke about that in the Sparkle Pony and in our Destiny groups, that like we just need to like get our kids up to a level where they're just like carrying us through raids and through Iron Banner and PvP, and you know, all this stuff. Like they're gonna get us the good loot. They're gonna give us like trials carries in Destiny, which is like the top tier, like if they ever have it, the top tier like PvP event that they have every weekend. But he's already there, man. It's crazy. Boys need a res here. It's total dad goals, man. And it's like, I didn't even like groom him for this. And like, he's playing the wrong game, right? Like Apex, man. Like, he's like, can we play Apex? I'm like, when Apex comes out on Switch, it's on. Like, this is only getting him ready for Apex. He's gonna know how to play Apex, and then we're gonna roll. We're going pro. Because that game I actually like and know how to play. Like the parental timers on the Switch are going out the window when Apex comes to the Switch. Oh man, guys, it's fun, man. Parenting is fun sometimes, you know. It gets to that moment. It can be a real ball buster as well. But it's fun when you have those moments of just like that connection of just like, you know, something that you're both really into. And I wasn't even expecting it, but it's just fun. He always comes in afterwards. He's like, after the timer goes off, you know, on the Switch, he always comes in and he's like, I just had so much fun playing video games with you. And I'm just like, I know, dude, so did I. But it's fun. Fun, guys. You should all have kids. Thanks for hanging out, guys, tonight. Yeah, this is kind of a fun little last minute just chatting stream. I'm going to try to... So I took a while off from the old stream to kind of like do some real life stuff. You know, I've been a stay-at-home dad / teacher / summer camp counselor / homeroom parent / homemaker / political activist / person trying to keep themselves sane, aka bug game. I have to get that. So I have Hollow Knight was free. I think Loki, you pointed it out. It was free on PS Plus last month. I picked it up, but I haven't played it yet. My kids would like that game too, probably. They're into platformers and stuff. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, what I've been doing. So with all of that stuff, and Thanksgiving is usually like a big thing here, so like with all that stuff clearing up, I'm trying to get back on the streaming schedule a little bit, since I've kind of been looking for that mental bandwidth to do it. Hollow Knight. Right. Yeah, Gerda knows a thing or two about Hollow Knight. Another game. I think, Loki, you and Gerda have similar tastes in video games. I believe you guys would have some common ground there when it comes to the offline one-player games. Playing it right now. What do you do? Yeah, so I'm trying to shoot for Tuesday afternoons and Wednesday nights, if I can remember what day it is. For now, and then a third stream during some weeks, just kind of mixed in there, a floater, if you will. Trying to get to that 12 stream a month number again. 112%, that's impossible. It's impossible to go over 100%. Guys. Fun with that. So yeah, gonna entail a bunch of stuff. We went over a bunch of it yesterday in that crappy internet riddled stream that we had. So I did pick up Hades earlier this week. So Steam is having a sale. I don't know if you guys have heard that there's a Steam sale, guys. So you should definitely go like fill up your carts and buy everything. Oh, why am I saying that? Don't do that. Bad. But if everyone in your sphere, in your circle, recommends playing a game that is a Game of the Year contender that fits the categories that you might want to play, might be into, then I suggest taking a look and seeing if it's on sale, like Hades was for me. so we're gonna get into that a little bit. Maybe not tonight. I think tonight I might just like drop into some Apex and do some of the event. Am I gonna? Yeah, I can do that from here. I hear only good on Hades. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get into it this weekend, and I'll probably stream some of it next week. Or shit, maybe I'll just do it right now. Let's see what it's all about, shall we? Let's see if I can make it work. Spotify. Stop. Now, I have my commands here. How do I change the game? Oh, that's only with Nightbot. Is there any way to do it with let's see. Game Hades. Oh, that one's not there anymore. So yeah. Whew, rip Streamlabs chatbot, guys. Yeah. View updates. So we're updating. All right. So give us a moment here. F's, yeah. We're tearing things down. So Gerda, I don't know. I mean, we've been friends for a while. At the end of the year, every year, I tend to just like tear all this stream down, like rip it, like burn it, send it out, just tear it all down, pile it up in the yard, douse it with gasoline, and light it on fire. Like, I have a house cleaning. That's how I do my house cleaning. It's like, oh, I don't like that couch anymore. Let's put it in the street, light it on fire. So that is what we are. That's what we're doing here. So we lost. I'm also trying to like kind of like pare down my resources on my computer, and I don't know. I just felt like Streamlabs chatbot was kind of chunky, so I got rid of it. And there's too many things to remember, too many things to keep track of. So I went with the Streamlabs cloud bot. So I don't even need to like start my bot before my stream. I just start Streamlabs OBS, and the bot is always there. So like for example, I have my emote wall set up on this just chatting screen. I do have an emote wall, which is cool. So you guys drop some emotes in the chat. Did it fall? It does. Like drop a ton of emotes. I don't know. There's like a combo thing for emotes. Like if a bunch of emotes are the same, you know, it counts how many you can get up to. You can like get points for making like an emote pyramid in chat, that kind of stuff. It's kind of you know, whatever, but you know, it's something. And it's something new. But it doesn't have kind of the bells and whistles. So there's like no sound effects anymore. None of that stuff. Let's see. Oh, there they go. Yeah, man. Get the Gerda head bouncing around. I should probably keep them up there for a little bit longer. Yeah, but if you do like one emote in a message, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, or whatever, you know, like you make a little pyramid out of it. It like counts it, and then the next time somebody chats a message, basically it's to keep chat going. It'll say like, oh, this person got like a 11 message. Oh, my heart. Pearl. Oh my goodness, man. What is up, dude? Thanks for the 24 months, 2 years. I feel like it's been a lifetime, my friend. How the hell are you? Wow. It's reunion time. I gotta put the music back on. It's been an absolute lifetime. Dude. Hello. Hello again. Hello, old friend. And welcome back. Yeah. Boy, lots changed around here. Waiting for baseball to come back in the minor leagues. Is it coming back? I have a friend who works for the Cardinals and the Rockies and a bunch of other teams, and he had a rough year, man. So I hope you're hanging in there. You know, it was rough for everyone, but like I feel like especially people who are kind of like not salaried. You know, kind of a gig to gig kind of thing. It was really difficult. I'm trying as hard as I can. That's good. I'm feeling optimistic this week about that, at least. That about us as a society getting back to a sense, maybe not normal, but like things will start happening again. Maybe not like at full capacity. But I think like I don't know. I was just hearing today that they're gonna start giving out vaccines in the UK like next week or in 2 weeks or something like that before the end of the year, to like the elderly and frontline healthcare workers. And I was like, dang, well, a couple months after that, you know, we'll probably be a month or so after that in this country. But I think once the vaccines start getting rolled out, you'll see places starting to take a little bit more risk. And yeah, but minor leagues, man, yeah, you're running on a shoestring budget there. But hopefully they're able to figure something out. I think they will, and it definitely before like they'll at least do like half a season or 3/4 of a season. I think spring, like opening day time frame, maybe too early, but for minor league, but like you can get a couple thousand people in a stadium. I would feel like pretty safely by the middle of the summer. Pretty safe. I don't know. How many people do they have at the World Series at those games? I think I know that the minor leagues don't play at 40,000 seat stadiums, but wow, no idea if there'll even be a team there if they don't play. It's nuts. Crazy. Yeah, like 20%. Okay, so like 1,000 people. Right? No. 10% would be 4,000. So 8,000 people. That doesn't sound right either. Yeah, I guess that would be about 20%. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Zero is impossible. Like, you can't have empty stadiums you can't just have people like, honking air horns from the parking lot, not making any money at all for the minor leagues. It's a shoestring, it's hanging on by a thread anyway. Like, the government has to come in and like do bailouts to save minor league baseball because it's important to the local economies. There was that whole thing was that last year? No, it was 2 years ago. Last year or the year before, where they were talking about that, about trying to save minor league baseball. Can't remember if it was during COVID or not. Talking about COVID like it was last year. Half our season was 10% capacity. Wow. Is that just like parents? Parents and family, basically? But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. And I I missed that. Like, I remember one of the last memories I have before like lockdown happened. Geek, what's going on, man? What are you into tonight, buddy? Popping some heads in the Crucible? Okay, so diehard minor league fans. One of the last memories I had before everything happened was going to a Nuggets game with a friend of mine, and I remember because we were sitting there, and it was like, this was probably like 2 weeks before Rudy Gobert, before the NBA shut down the whole country, and we were sitting there, just he and I were talking, watching the game, and we were talking about like what was going on in China, and I think it had been, it had already made it over here, and it was in Seattle. And I was like, man, I was looking around, and I was just like, I would not want to be in a place like this during a pandemic. This is at Pepsi Center. It was like a weekday game. It wasn't sold out or anything like that, but it was, I don't know, 10,000 people there maybe. And I was just like, no way, and I can't imagine. Oh, the alert worked. What's up, Boris? Thanks for the 17 months, man. Subbing with the Prime. Thanks, dude. Welcome back. Got those koala hypes. Those koala bot hypes. And the Yoda. So yeah, we got the Yoda hey guys as well. That's a Boris the Blade special right there. That was custom made by Mr. Boris the Blade himself, just in time for The Mandalorian Season 2. Sponsored by StellarKoala.twitch.tv or whatever the hell it is. So yeah, I like. It took me a while to kind of like, and then I tried watching like baseball games when the stadiums were empty, and I was like, no, this is not. Like it was okay. Like when you watch like the Fox broadcast that had like the good fake sound piped in, you could kind of forget about it, and especially when they had like the cardboard cutouts of people in the background and stuff like that. That was like kind of. It was easy to kind of forget about what was actually going on, why there weren't people there. But then they would like, for baseball, it's hard because you cut away to like the dugout cam that's pointing at the pitcher, and you can see, you know, so the center field cam, it's like you have all these cardboard cutouts of people in the background, and it looks like, you know, you can kind of like fake your mind into thinking that there's actually people there, or you can like at least look behind and say, like, that's funny, how they've got like the kid from the Sandlot or whatever, you know. But then they cut to the like reverse or the side angle cam, and you just kind of see like this big empty stadium, and it just looks weird. I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch much baseball this year because of that. And then I kind of like started listening to this podcast that was talking about the NBA and how they did the bubble. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like that sounds, and I hadn't really watched the NBA at all. And so I was like, oh, this is cool. Like there's also kind of like with baseball and other like summer sports, it was just like people touching each other, like it was just, you know, you had outbreaks on baseball teams, and I don't know, it just didn't seem safe to me, and I just couldn't get past that as a viewer. With the NBA, when I like, you know, heard about like how they did the bubble and like how strict they were about everything they did there, and how routinely the players were tested and all this stuff. I was like, I can watch this with like I'll give the NBA a try, sure. And this was right towards the end of the season, when they right before the playoffs started in the bubble, and it was awesome. Oh my god, it was so. I was again like just so pleasantly surprised by how much I really enjoyed watching the NBA, especially the playoffs. None of the camera was good except for the normal pitcher down the plate, the batter from center. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree, Geek. And I think that most of the teams, like, I don't know who did it first, but most of the teams did good with putting like the cardboard cutouts of people like behind the backstop there. But every other angle was weird, and it was just like seeing like players, especially in the playoffs, like seeing teams like celebrate on the field, like running out, and there's just like no. It was like I know they're like piping in applause and crowd reaction to this team like winning, like making the playoffs or whatever. But it's still really weird to know that there's like nobody there, you know, or there's like 5,000 people there, and half of them like don't even give a shit like who won, you know. Yeah, football, and we all knew we are no apologists or friends of the NFL on this mothership. We all knew how that was gonna go. You know, this is a league that does not care for the well-being of its players, and hasn't for ever. You know, so that is what it is, and it's not surprising at all that the NFL is having issues. And I feel like baseball did pretty, because they did bubbles for the playoffs, which I thought was good, and I kind of liked that. I did watch the baseball playoffs, and I did kind of like the neutral ground matchups. That was kind of cool. It was almost like watching a video game. Oh yeah, no. So like the first, I think I was watching a Fox broadcast, Geek, like the first weekend. I think that that they were back, and it was in Wrigley Field, Chicago, and somebody hit a fly ball to the outfield, and then Fox did that thing where they had like CG fans in the bleachers, like in the outfield, and I was just like, this was like in July, it was like or June or July, I think, and I was like, holy shit, did Chicago open? Like, what the hell? Like, what are they doing? There's so many people there, and they cut to like the same view or like a replay of that same play from a different angle. And there was nobody in the stands. And I was like, why did they do this? This is like glowing hockey puck that turns into fire level of like unnecessary graphics in sports. And of course Fox did that one too. World Series at the Trop, imagine. Yeah. I wish there had, I thought the neutral ground was kind of okay. I don't know if I'd want them. I do kind of like the baseball playoffs, like hearing that kind of like din of noise at crunch time that a home field can kind of bring. I'm not a huge Yankee fan, but I missed like Yankee Stadium in October. I missed hearing like that kind of the noise there. Even if you don't like the team, like you kind of live for the noise, Like it's all about the atmosphere. And the NBA was kind of similar to that too. I was like, oh, this would have been nice. I like that they kind of like did the graphics and the noise, like the arena playlist noise and that kind of like DJ stuff. But especially I was like when we were watching the finals, like I was like just seeing the Heat kind of. Like, I know how that place can get absolutely crazy in the playoffs with the white shirts and just super loud. Like, I missed that part of it in the NBA playoffs and the NBA finals. Yeah, none of that this year. Yeah, it was so jarring. It was so jarring to like not see people in the stands. And like I was saying before, like that's especially with baseball, that really reminded me. Like I couldn't watch a game and not be reminded of like how weird it was, especially if you had those broadcasts early on where they didn't have the sound piped in, like the crowd noise piped in, and you just like hear people screaming, like it was just weird. But the NBA was like so far removed from that. They weren't like playing in their home arenas and in front of like empty seats. They had the weird like fans like faces, the fake crowd that was kind of like kept changing, and I thought that was kind of cool. They really like that was what I was kind of hoping for when my buddy was kind of talking about not working because baseball was out. I was upset. Like he was just like he's great at his job. He does like stats and things like that for the booth guys. And I'm just like, if I was a producer, this is like my dream. I was like, you've got like a captive audience, you've got a brand, and you've got no programming. So like you can just like do whatever. You've got, he works for the Cardinals. You've got 150 years of footage to go through that you could do something with and make a program out of it and like embrace it, you know what I mean? And I was just like, oh man, my gears would be turning if I was like a producer in a time like this where like you have to put something on. And they just like I was like, so what are they doing? And he was like, they're just showing reruns of the World Series wins. I was like, that's it, just like blank, just like roll it again, I've been watching a lot of college hockey and it feels normal because no one usually shows up anyway. Yeah, see, like that kind of thing. Like watching a Rays game, or a Marlins game would have been like absolutely normal. Like, whoa, there's actually more people here. Yeah, the sound of players talking on the field, like you don't want that. In baseball, you got to have like that white noise of just like chatter, right? I think they figured that out after a little while. Right, because they started piping that in through the actual PA system in the stadiums, I believe, as well. So the players couldn't hear each other like talk about strategy and stuff like that because it was so quiet. But yeah, I feel like the NBA did a good job of being like, okay, we're gonna do this bubble thing, and it's gonna be different, and it's gonna be completely different, you know. I was even against, you know, Pasta's not here, bless his soul. He thinks the Dodgers won the World Series this year. I'm like, no, dude, no, Dodgers did not win the World Series this year because this year didn't fucking count. This year did not count. Like, what if Mike Trout had hit like 425 this year in a 60-game season? You know, would we have counted that? No. Would have been an asterisk, you know? Like, it's just, it doesn't, with baseball, you have to do the whole thing. Like, you have to, or it doesn't count, you know? Or at least, I mean, and I don't know, I'm not like a big enough fan of the NBA to know if like, if the Lakers victory counted. I would say not, because like, the Lakers are in LA, and I like it when LA like suffers with thinking that they're awesome, and everyone else is like, yeah, actually you didn't do what you think you did. Yeah, it doesn't feel like you actually won. It doesn't. I mean, I feel like the players probably know that, right? Like, in a way, I feel bad for players, especially where if it's like their first title, or they've been like, or they're like, you know. I mean, I guess if you're like a veteran and you've never won one, you're like, well, at least I got one. I got something, you know. But you got, I mean, everyone in Major League Baseball is like, yeah, it didn't really, you know. You didn't have to travel across the country, you know. 2020 World Series, exactly. Astros, like always, right? Tampa Bay Lightning, right? Yeah, I don't. It's so I thought I was having this discussion with my brother-in-law and his buddy, who's the guy who works for the Cardinals and the Rockies, and he was just like, oh, you know, I don't remember who was taking what side or whatever. We were kind of discussing, like, does this count as a full season, as a real season? Like, are we gonna like acknowledge that whoever wins the World Series this year is the actual World Series champion? Yeah, if you want anything this year, you should feel good that you got to feel good, and because a lot of people did not get to feel good about anything this year. And if you won a championship in a professional sport, like, congratulations. I hope you feel special that you got to feel like a winner this year, because not a whole lot of people felt like winners this year. And that's all. You know, you're not going to be, nobody that wins a championship this year is going to be like, oh, this is one of the greatest teams in history. You know, I don't think people are even going to be like, this is one of the greatest Dodger teams in history, or one of the greatest Laker teams in history, because you can't compare them. Because there's no, I mean, because you played, like, what if in the 70th game of the season, like, you know, what's his name? Walker Buehler goes down. You know, he blows up his elbow. He can't pitch for the rest of the season, you know? Like, that stuff happens in baseball all the time. So I was like, they should have done something. And I feel like the NBA did enough of a job making it different that I'm like, okay, this like kind of counts, because it's like everybody, like all the teams are there. They're doing enough to make it seem that it's kind of like, it's like a neutral venue, but there's still like a little bit of like weight to the home team kind of thing, a little bit. And baseball, I wish they had just done like something completely weird. Just been like, we're not doing they added teams to the playoffs in baseball. Like, who cares? Like, that didn't make anybody more interested, did it? Like, oh, we're actually maybe we can actually get in the playoffs this year, and this year that doesn't really count. You know, they should have done like, I thought they should have done like every team makes the playoffs and do like a bracket, like I don't know, like a best of 3 elimination bracket. You know, like play the regular season to seed teams and then have a tournament, like a baseball tournament, and do it that way. Or mix up the leagues or something like that. Like, they should have just done like have a, I don't know, regional tournaments, and then you go like college basketball, because we didn't get college basketball this year. The Bruins won the President's Trophy, but they really didn't. They just stopped playing when they were the best. Right. Right. Yeah. I'm gonna retire right now. I got this. I'm done. I can't do any more. I've reached the pinnacle. Super Bowl asterisk in January. Yeah. But the NFL, like, what? So what is this? So the NFL is playing with some fans, right? You guys are gonna have to help me out here a little bit because I'm not too up to date on what the NFL is doing. So some teams are playing with fans. I know that I just heard that, like, in Santa Clara County in California, all contact sports are now banned, so the 49ers have to, like, go somewhere else to play their games and practice, which is hilarious. Have we had any, like, they're still playing a full season, so I would say, like, this year may count, right? I don't know. Are they making up any games that they've canceled? It's such a mess, guys. It's such a mess. Sounds annoying. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Is it the whole state now? In California? Vikings have 0 fans for the entire year. So, I don't know if you guys have heard about what's going on in my fair city, but our cases in the state of Colorado, the cases are going, like, way up. I guess in your view it would be like this. Right? You're starting over here, and we're going, yep. We're, like, going, like, we're pretty much vertical at this point. And of course that's led to lots of outcry and you know, caution and things like that being thrown around, words of caution. So our governor and our mayor have come out and said, like, you know, for the holidays, like, don't travel, stay home, like, only have Thanksgiving with, like, your immediate family. And then our mayor goes out and gets on a plane and flies to damn Houston and then flies to damn Mississippi to have Thanksgiving with his wife and daughter. And then half an hour after tweeting from his account that everyone should stay home and not visit their families for Thanksgiving. Also, who cares? You got an In-N-Out now. Yeah, I'm currently in line for In-N-Out right now, geek. Also, the Broncos are allowed to have, like, 5,000 people at the stadium. Right? So, like, it makes it really hard for people to, like, you know... So I can imagine, like, owning a small business, right? That has a storefront that, you know, you're like, well, the Broncos have 5,000 people in their stadium. Like, you know, you have 5,000 drunk assholes in your stadium once a week. Like, why can't I have 10 people at my restaurant or 20 people in my restaurant? You know, I get it. Yeah, it's been up all over the place. Dude, that was so funny. One of my buddies sent me a text. He was like, you might want to contact the Broncos and see if they could use your arm. And I was like, there are a couple professional baseball teams in this town that could use my arm. My 40-year-old broken ass arm. Oh man, that was so funny. Oh my god, it was so funny. Like, that dude, which means you still have In-N-Out for takeout. I have not gone yet. I'm gonna give it like another week, I think, for like the hype to die down a little bit, and then I'll go. It's been a minute. It's been probably a year or two since I had In-N-Out. We're lucky out here, geek, because we can we're like In-N-Out. Well, now we have it in town, but like before that, we were like In-N-Out adjacent. So like anytime, like, we've got family in California that we always go visit. It's easy to get to Vegas, Arizona. Anytime we went somewhere, that was always a stop. You know, what cross-sport trick? No way. Well, Tebow could play for both here, though. He could probably play outfield for the Rockies, and he could like do the Deion Sanders thing where he'd like take a helicopter. He'd play like the day game at Coors Field, and then, you know, he wouldn't have to take a helicopter. He could just like drive over there, take take RTD, the light rail over to the stadium. Oh man, Tebow. See, that's what we need. That's what we really needed from sports this year. Was like we needed like a Tebow year. We needed like that was the great thing about the baseball playoffs is we got Randy, right? We all got Randy Rosarena for the baseball playoffs, and we met like a new. We all have a new crush now, I think, in baseball. And that was the great thing. But we really could have used kind of that one guy to bring us all together and give us a meme, you know. Give us the Neil, the Tebowing. Miss that guy. I don't have a lot of love for the University of Florida or Tebow himself, but man, when he was here, it was just so funny watching Broncos fans' heads explode. God bless. It was hilarious. Von Miller at QP would have done. Yeah, they see. Just have fun with it. That's all I'm saying. Like people in the sport were more concerned with like keeping up this charade of normalcy. It was just freaking go nuts, guys. Like do like NBA Street kind of stuff, you know? Tylop, what's going on, man? They had an opportunity, and I feel like the NBA did the best job at doing that, at like adapting their product to fit the situation. And I think that's why I liked it. I liked watching it the most. Season doesn't count anyway. Exactly. Season doesn't count. You're not. I mean, come on. You're the Broncos. You're not going to win. Fuck over Meyer, Tim Tebow, and the entire 2008 Florida Gators. Squad. Swag. Whole clan took the night off. Everybody's hanging out. That's cool. It's good to take a night off. You know? But yeah, I wish that other sports had kind of done similar kind of goofy things to kind of make it happen. But I'll be interested also to see. I mean, double negative points for the NFL because they actually had a complete offseason to figure this out, and they couldn't do it. That gives the NBA, I think, even more credit for being able to like have most of their season, take a huge break, come back and play the rest of their season, and have playoffs and have it be super successful and entertaining. Baseball was like, we're ready to go, and then they're like, we're gonna pull the plug at the last minute. So I kind of understand they had to like scramble. There's a lot more logistics involved, like bigger teams and bigger stadiums and all this other stuff. Yeah, I don't know how that's possible, man. Like, nothing but time, right? Someone might get more triumph points than me. You don't want to play that game in this clan, geek. My God. We got some triumph hunters around these parts.
You suck. Wally, more like Wally. Nice move.
Let's see. It's been a while since I went through all this music that I've got here. And we'll just start it over. Yeah, sports. I really missed the yeah, they're all taken. There's no use. There's one thing I've learned from Destiny, from coming back to Destiny, is that I'll sleep on the couch and go home playing. Nice. It's that you don't try to catch other people, you know, unless you're already like in the top 3 of whatever it is that you're trying to do. Like, don't even bother. People are so far beyond. It's been fun getting back though. Been fun getting back for sure. Loki, you coming back anytime soon? I've still only been into the raid that one time. I want to try to get in. I've been like super tired this week. You know that it's like usually a late night affair. Maybe over a holiday break, you get a couple of bleary-eyed sessions in or something like that. That'd be nice. That would be nice. It was fun though. It was fun. And I always it is fun. It is fun getting back in when I'm just like I can. Whether or not this is the case, okay, I do feel like I get like the eye roll. Like I know that I'm just like I'm past the point now in my life of like wondering if the questions that I'm asking are stupid. So I just like ready, fire, aim. You know what I mean? And when it comes to Destiny, I'm just like, what is like what is that? What is charged with light? And I can kind of hear like, oh, this motherfucker. Like, I don't know. Like it reminds me. So one of my buddies who lives on the East Coast, like I've been trying to get him because we were doing phone calls with each other, which is like so these things that you like call people on, and you actually like talk, but that's really like all you do is you just talk. You don't like do anything else while you're talking. So I was like, hey man, we should I have this thing called a headset that's like a telephone, and you can put it on, you can talk to people while you're playing video games, so let's play video games together. And he's like, well, I don't know what to play. Phone is such a use that I know it's like I get spam calls from it, and that's it, you know, and that's all. And my mom, because she doesn't, you know, which I never answer. It's a voicemail delivery device. He's like, I don't know, I'm not getting any games. I'm like, well, this was right before Beyond Light came out for Destiny. I was like, get Destiny, let's play it, you know, I'll teach you the ropes. He's like, well, I'll think about it. I was like, all right. I was like, download Apex, here's a bunch of games that we can play together, you know, we can just kind of like hang out and play games or whatever. And I started playing Destiny that week, and I had to tell him, like, next time we spoke, I was like, never mind. Like, it's just, there's like, I don't know how they've ever thought, like, if you're coming into Destiny now as like a brand new player, like I don't even know what to tell you. Like, pass Ethereal and make Slant and Nyla duke it out for the top spot. Yep, sword hilts only. You can have a battle in a custom Crucible match. It's hard, man. It's hard to figure out what the hell's going on in that game, and I've been playing it on and off since it came out. I still don't have a clue with some of the stuff, and then it's like the lore is all like mismatched, and yeah, when I came back to it, it's been a year since I played basically, and when I came back to it, I was very much in the front of my mind like, will my buddy be able to handle this game, having never played Destiny at all. And I think after I got through the campaign, I was like, oh, the campaign is like pretty, like you could probably figure out what's going on here, or it doesn't really matter. But once you get to once you got past that and you get to like leveling and rolls on weapons and armor sets and like not having probably a laptop up with dim next to you while you're doing all that stuff, I'm just like, you know, this is not for people who have never played Destiny. Destiny is not a game for people who have never played Destiny before, and it never will be. I don't think. It's way intricate, which I love about it, but only because I relatively know what's going on. Slappers only, no odd job. Those are the house rules. That's every dorm room rule right there. Guys, look at this dog. Absolute goofball. He's looking like with his head like this. Oh, I woke him up. Oh well, it's almost time to go out anyway. It's almost time! So yeah, it's not going to be just me yapping into a microphone this whole time, you know? Or it might be that today, but generally, we'll be playing some games and talking about stuff. I'm trying to get a little bit of a schedule going as far as like what we're gonna do. That's when I resolved to just shoot things. Don't pay attention to lore, mechanics, triumphs. Just aim my gun at the alien crotches and blast away. Headshot. Second headshot. Yeah, man. That's what I like. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm not leveling fast enough. I don't know. Do you know, Forrest, I feel like you and I have very similar kind of imposter syndrome when it comes to Destiny sometimes. I might be wrong, but I know I do. Where I'm kind of just like, I'm not doing the right things. I don't have the right guns. You know, and it's hard to like, if you're in the community at all, even if you're, you know, then you're feeling that. You're feeling like, oh, sorry. Like, okay, does everyone have a good sniper rifle? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I have an sniper rifle. And I'm just, you know, it doesn't look like if it doesn't look like it has a good role, if the roles, if the perks don't, if the title of the perk does not sound appealing to me, I'm gonna trash it. Sometimes I'll look at what I'm like, I don't know if that doesn't sound good to me, but I don't actually like go out and try all the perks and everything like that. All right, this one has got a thumbs up on it on dim, so I'll keep that one for sure. Somebody else thinks that's good, so it's probably great. Gotta play to play. Yeah, no, I'm not like I get it, you know, I totally get it. I love like I've started my spreadsheet again with like, you know, oh, this is where, you know, I got my little like light calculator and whether or not I should get engrams and all that stuff. Like, I will build a spreadsheet for a video game and love it. Like, I will make my own game out of a game. I was actually going through like my Google Drive of all my Destiny spreadsheets that I had made to see if any of them were still relevant to stuff I was doing, and there's some good stuff in there. It's fun. It's fun. I love like the data, but I'm just saying like it can feel like sometimes it's just like, oh man, I'm just not good. I'm just not good enough. Which may also be true. However, you like to take all of the factors out of the equation. You know, well, it's definitely not the gear, so it must be me. Apparently, it is I that suck, or maybe it's the other way around, where it's just like, what happened? Oh, new bot, Geek got the smackdown. Oh boy, I don't even know how to do that. Did you post a link? I don't know. I have a new bot, Geek. I apologize for that. What's going on? Whatever the name of your bot is. I gotta go there. Check it out. Didn't post any links? That's weird. I have 2 tabs open on my iPad. Dim. Huh. Well, that's weird. Maybe it's still in beta. Let's see. Link protection. Preferences. Followbot, auto permit. Geek, I'm gonna add you as a regular, so you'll be able to repost whatever it is that you just said. Whatever porny link you just posted. Platform. Daddy. Alright. Try posting that same message again if you can, whatever you were gonna say. Rip in peace, Koalabot. Well, we'll talk about that. Loki, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Good chatting with you, man. Thanks for coming by for a little while and hanging out. Got bitch slapped by the computer overlords. Did you come with your overlord perk? I call it overlord from Destiny. All right, so what does that do? Like link protection. Let's see, preferences. It says auto permit, purge, 120 seconds, timeout, send punishment message, fear friends from posting links. Weird. That's all it says. It must just be a weird thing, like with the message that you, like the format of the message that you sent. Well, you're a regular now, Geek, so you should be able to post that same message. Oh, it's not doing it again. Weird. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on there. Because the regulars and subs should be able to put... That's weird. Sorry, man. Let me just turn that off then. Alright, it's off. Try one more time. So I'm going with you're my test subject. I'm going with a I changed bots, so this one apparently has a little bit more touchy. Light.gg. Is that what you posted? So wait, we have that. Maybe it was doing its job. Open the pod bay doors, please. How? That's funny. Fun with new bots. Yeah, I usually have just dim open and my little like whether or not I should get an engram math calculator that I made. I just like have fun moving stuff around. It's good times. It's good times. Auto converting to URL. Got you. Okay. So it was doing what it still shouldn't have, because you are a no, because I put you as maybe it just didn't update it yet. I added you as a regular. Let's see. Turn on. There we go. Turning it back on. Allows the viewer to only send links to chat from websites on the whitelist. Add that to the whitelist. But it should auto permit. What does this do? Send a user group that will not be punished. Set a user group that will not be punished. Let's see. Add a link to a list. Light. Oh, looks like the wrong. That's the wrong keyboard, yo. Light.gg. Save. Alright. Thanks for being our test subjects, guys. These first couple streams back are always fun ones because I'm just like, how do I do all the things? I forget. Anywho, I think I might call it a night for tonight. Man, I gotta go back to my alerts because we had some friends stop by tonight, guys. We had some friends stop by tonight. I'll be back next week. Doing some games. I'm gonna play some new title, Twitch bot tech support. Yeah. Twitch needs a good bot, guys. Like, Twitch streamers need a good bot. There are some out there that do a lot of different things. If you're into that sort of thing, you probably make some money. If you built like a really good Twitch bot. I have yet found a Twitch bot that maybe because I didn't save my settings. That can do all the things that I would like it to do. And they're all kind of like buggy and wonky, and sometimes like they will they'll just kind of like go away. Like the support for them will just go away because it's just like, you know, open source software that somebody builds out of the love in their heart, and then they find a new passion and go away, and that sucks. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be back. I may have a pop-up stream this weekend if I have some time, maybe on Saturday night, I'm thinking, perhaps. Wife is going out with some friends, and so maybe I will play some games on Saturday night, perhaps. Maybe I'll even go live when I do it. We're gonna talk about Movie Club next week. If you guys are not in the Discord, just a quick PSA, because we got some different people in here today than we did yesterday. Read on the Discord, exclamation point DI, to get in there. So the Discord has a whole bunch of new channels, a whole bunch of new rules, and we've got some new roles, and channels in there. So go check it out. I'm trying to kind of make it a more lively space. Trying to add more places for Friday night with Boris for the raid. Ooh, if I can. I don't know. See, that's one of those deals where I'm just like, I might need to do family time on Friday night. I saw it on there. I would have to be game time decision. I'm so bad at this. But we're doing a movie club, so actually I just posted the movies for December. December, our themes, we pick themes every month. Same thing with book club. We pick a theme every month, and with book club we pick like one book, and with movies we pick like 2 or 3 movies. You can watch them or not, but it just like gives us all some sort of touch tone, common touch point on stuff to talk about. And for December, our theme was Oscar bait. So these are movies that got a ton of Oscar nominations but didn't win Best Picture. So we're gonna be watching Joker, Roma, and Grand Budapest Hotel. So I've not seen any of those movies. So those are our 3 movies for December. But you can get in there and we'll chat about them in the Discord. We'll chat about them here as well a little bit next week, probably on Tuesday. So Tuesdays are going to be more, because I have the kids here. Tuesdays will be more of like a chatty type stream, maybe some like less focus face games. We'll probably start playing Hades or some other like roguelike type stuff on Tuesdays. And then Thursday nights will be more of like, more mouth open, head down, handsome Stellar type games and stuff like that. So that's kind of all I got for tonight. So thank you guys for thanks for the 2020 capture emote that I got from you, Pearl. What is that? But I got that when you subscribed. So thanks for both of those things. But thank you guys for hanging out. It was so good seeing everybody again. Boris, thanks for the 17 months. Pearl, thank you for the 24 months. Oh my God. You guys are awesome. Good seeing everybody hanging out and coming by for a little while. We'll be back next week. If not this weekend, keep those channels open and those notifications on if you want to come back or if you want to know when we go live again. Love you guys. Have a good night. I will talk to you later. Do I have the end of stream song and show set up? Is it playing music? No. All right. We're going to get this one put together. Good night, y'all.